The Exorcist Believer by David Gordon Green in Blumhouse bombed at a New York City test screening. Let's get into it. What's up, you all? I hope you all having an awesome day. I'm having an awesome day. It feels great to be a horror fan. So, you guys, as you seen earlier in the video, today we're going to talk about The Exorcist Believer. That name is kind of like Believer. It's going to I'm gonna have to get used to saying that, Exorcist Believer. I actually had a test screening in New York City, and the reviews have came out on Letterboxd, social media, Twitter, and it is not looking good. More negative than positive from my understanding, but I want to kind of get into everything what we know about all of this. So before we get started, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps. But to get over into the details, Viewer 9, we all know about Viewer 9, with Scream. He's a very reliable source when it comes to Scream content and stuff like that. But Viewer 9 tweeted, "Reactions I've heard to The Exorcist Believer. Test screens in New York aren't great. Common complaints are that it's too long and not scary. Maybe Reshoots will save the day, question mark." Also, he said, "Everyone seems to agree it has one excellent jump scare." Now, I want to get into this. Now, one thing I want to say is, when a movie's too long, it definitely can take away the feel of the film. It can definitely take away the feel of the film. It can mess up the pacing. It can make it just seem like a drag. Now, one thing I want to say that sticks out to me that I'm not liking what I'm hearing is that an Exorcist film, The Exorcist, is not scary. The Exorcist is known for scaring the shit out of us, man. The first is the classic where Linda Blair is one of my favorites. So many terrifying scenes. I also love Exorcist 3 with Brad Dourif. And yeah, I really do think that this film, man, I'm trying to be as positive as I can be because I'm really looking forward to this film, and I definitely love what Blumhouse do. And like I said, man, a lot of you guys probably killed me in the comments, but I enjoy David Gordon Green, man, and what he does. But I feel like it's a lot of people out there that's going to give this movie a hard time off the strength of Halloween Ends. Just because you did not like what happened with Halloween Ends, you're going to merge this with Exorcist Believer and just not give it a chance and just, flip the bird and say F the movie. You don't want to get into it. You don't want to do it. Which is, in my opinion, is not fair because this is a whole new project. And this is like two different movies. This is like night and day. Halloween and Exorcist is like night and day. We got paranormal going on in this film, you guys. So to get into it, man, I want to show you guys another comment about The Exorcist Believer that was over on Letterboxd. This guy said, "I need an exorcism after sitting through this garbage. So what is a test screening? There is no making it better. 2 out of 10. He gave it a 2 out of 10. That's a little harsh, man. I don't know. I remember, look, the thing I want to say is okay, with this film, you can definitely fix it. This film doesn't come out until October. One thing I want to say is, you remember when Halloween Ends, they had their test screening, and they ended up doing reshoots. I don't know. I want to say it was something with the third act that they ended up fixing, but they can definitely fix this, man. Reshoots will save the day if they decide to go that route. Now, I'm not saying that this is something good. Like, okay, yeah, this is still going to be a great film. They're going to do reshoots because at the end of the day, your goal as a writer should be not to, you know, have bad reviews. You're going to have people that just give you negative reviews no matter what. But I think that you got to kind of just push through and have an excellent film. You don't want to go that reshoot route. You want to, you know, see your craft out perfect first time. You know, that's what I'm pretty sure that's what they want to do. But it seems like they're going to have to do some reshoots because it's seeming like it's more negative than positive. You know, to kind of, you know, just dive in it, I feel like this film is going to be different. It's done by Blumhouse. And I feel like just kind of check out their projects when it comes to like paranormal-ish type movies so you can get a feel. But look, I'm going to be honest. I don't think they should have ever touched The Exorcist. That's just my opinion. I feel like The Exorcist is one of those classics that you just do not touch, man. Just because it's like, it's so classic. It's almost like once you do a great film like that and got introduced to that with Linda Blair and Reagan, you will never get that feeling again, man. It was so original for its time, you know. But I see why they do want to grab The Exorcist and try to do their own interpretation on it, especially with all the CGI and stuff we have. And, you know, how we got people like Valak and, you know, the Lipstick Demon, and they're getting brought to life front screen, scaring the shit out of us in those theater seats. But from my understanding, they're saying that The Exorcist Believer is not scary. Now, that, out of everything I heard, that kind of makes me like, man, because you want an Exorcist film to be scary. I have heard that it's a scene in this film that replicates something in The Exorcist 3. Like, it's like damn near next to The Exorcist 3. No, that's what I heard. I heard it's a scene that can top a scene in The Exorcist 3, possibly. Man, all I'm going to say is it's going to be hard to do some shit like that. But one thing I want to say is you got Linda Blair in this. And I just can't wait to see what happens. I can't wait to see how the story plays out. I am hoping that this film turns out good. It turns out good. And it be something, you know, that we can watch over the past years. And, you know, just keep watching. It has great rewatch value. And it's a great, you know, film of its own in the Exorcist universe. Because, like I said, it's a lot of Exorcist films out there. It's a lot. It's a ton. But a lot of them failed. You know, my favorite are the original and 3. And then after that, it's kind of like shit just is there. So I'm hoping that this comes and stuff changes. And they kind of see these reviews and try to do some reshoots and change all things. But like I said, this guy said it was 2 out of 10. And people, that's another thing, man. I don't like when movies are too long. You feel like you got to kind of just keep, you know, telling us the same thing like a broken record. Like, I love when movies are just like kind of compacted with the story, and you only need like an hour and 30, hour and 40. When movies start to drag, man, it starts to seem like you kind of start scratching your head with the writer. Like, what are you trying to get? Like, you know, you're trying to kind of prove a point at this point. Like, to us, you know, your story supposed to snatch you in as soon as it starts. So, I mean, I can't wait to see what happens with this film. But yeah, you guys, what do you think about the negative reviews with The Exorcist Believer? And are you excited for this film? Do you have hope? Do you feel like it's going to be like, you know, bad, like people are saying? Me, I can't wait to see what happens. You got, you know, David Gordon Green. Pretty sure Chris Nelson is involved. He's great at what he does. So I can't wait to see what happens, man. This is an Exorcist film. Either way, this film is coming out, and it does exist. It does exist, man. And I can't wait to see it in October. So, yeah, you guys, comment down below. What do you all think about everything? And do you think that we'll be scared? That's the thing I want, man, with this film. I want to be scared, man. You know, this is one of my films on my list that I'm excited to see. So, man, can it top Evil Dead Rise? Because Evil Dead Rise was a scary motherfucker, bro. But, yeah, you guys. Unfortunately, this is the end of the video. Don't forget to hit me on my social medias at ILIKESCARY on Instagram, ILIKESCARY_ on TikTok, Brandon on Facebook, ILIKESCARY on Twitter. And yeah, you guys, right there where subscribe. Next to it, click join and become a member of the channel. Also, check out Patreon, exclusive content and benefits. And yeah, you all, I want you to watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. I love you all. Peace.